How's she going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's Workshop. Boys, got another nice day here at the camp. Beautiful sunny day, a little bit of a breeze. We got a boathouse down there that needs some soffits on it, so that's what we're going to try and do today. There's a couple of pieces of old soffit on there that I have to take down, and then we're going to put up some new soffit. So what I'm going to try and tackle today is the soffit along here. I don't have any fascia board yet, but the old soffit, there's a piece of the old soffit still on here. So I'm going to pull that off and then try to establish where this nailing line is going to be, and then set up and install some soffit. I got that little piece of soffit off there, so now I set the staging up and I'm going to start to measure to try to establish where the line would be against the wall for the soffit. So I have to line up a line with the rafter tails. You'll see when I do that, but I need to do that so that I can then determine where my soffit's going to go, right? So that establishes a nailer ledge for the back of the soffit. But what I'd like to do now is just cut some angle pieces to put into the bottom of the rafter tails to give a nice flat surface for the soffit to adhere to as well. Well, I was up and I cut a bunch of these, just little wedges, that's all they're going to be. So hopefully they're going to go under the rafter tail, and then this will be the flat spot that I can secure my soffit to, I hope. Okay, put that tip flush with the end of the rafter tail. good, I think. So that should be enough. I can get my first sheet of soffit. So what I'm going to do, because the building's 14 feet long and my soffit material is 8-foot sheets, I'm going to cut 2 8-foot pieces and then trim the ends off here just so that they fit in. So now we need to know how wide to make them. So on this end here, it's 11 3/4. 11 3/4. So wouldn't you know it, it's 11 3/4 all the way down, except the last rafter out there is 11 1/2, and that comes back to that end wall not being square. So I'm set up here ready to cut a fresh sheet of plywood. I set my fence at 11 3/4, so I'm going to run this through. Okay, I'm going to measure this off here. It's 7 foot 5/8 of an inch. It should be an even 7 feet, you know, but this comes back again to that lakeside wall on the boathouse being not square and not real plumb. And like I said earlier, you know, it's going to haunt me for the rest of this build until I'm finished, I'm sure. But anyway, all we can do is work with it. All right, we're going to cut this off, and this is when it's nice that I have a sliding compound motor saw, because now I can cut this full width. I want to put a soffit vent in. So what I have for a soffit vent, if you noticed on the old one when I took it out, I had little vents like this. I also spent some time a long time ago when I first built the boathouse, I built this template for a cutout. So we'll join these two lines, like so. Join this line and this line. And then on my template here, I've got the centers marked, so I can just lay that out and line up all those lines. There's that one. So that's about it. And then we just trace this out. Good way to start a plunge cut on a jigsaw. Now that first plunge cut kind of bounced around a little. See if I can do a better job on this side. A little better, eh? I cut these little screen pieces, but the screen piece is going to be good to help plug those holes so that the little critters can't get in. To secure that in place, I've got some 1/2 inch and they're stainless steel screws. So we're just going to put this on, and then we'll be ready to take it down and install it. So we got her on this end, nice and flush. So now I have to get a piece of the sheathing to put in there and cover up that end. And then it's nice and flush along the end of the rafter tails. So my fascia board should fit in there good. And the nailer strips worked out not too bad. And the vent is centered between two rafters, which is what I wanted. So it didn't turn out too bad. Now I've got to do that 3 more times, and there's lots of fussing and fitting probably going to take place with the ones on the front, especially to get around the door. So I don't know whether I'll video that, but I'll definitely show you when it's finished. Okay, it's the next morning. I didn't finish last night. Ran out of gas. Anyways, just thought I'd show you what she looks like. I got the soffits on this side, a little wavy and crooked. I put the little end cap here on the side so that it'll finish off the sheathing on this side. And I got my soffits on here, and the vents are in. And then when I get the fascia on, I put the trim boards back on, and that should be it for the outside, except for paint. And I'll paint that, I don't know when, sometime this summer. But then the next job is going to be re-establishing my pump for the outside water, getting that set up and operational. So it's nice to get that soffit in. I wrestled with it quite a bit, but you know, that all stems from the fact that the building wasn't real square and definitely not plumb and true. And if you don't get it set up like that starting off, it'll haunt you for the rest of the build, and it sure was, you know. So thanks for watching. You know what? I hope wherever you are, it's not too hot and you're not minding the heat too much and you're staying hydrated. But have a good week, and we'll talk to you.